Hello, my dear students, and welcome to your favorite educational YouTube channel, Educator Prerna, or as you popularly know me as English Valley Ma'am. So, आज हमारा third session है of the chapter Midnight Visitor, and because it's the third session, what are we going to do? We are going to solve the questions that are given in the text, and along with that, we are going to have a look at some extra questions and of course underline some important extracts from the chapter. So let's get started, and we are on page number 14, 1 4. All right. So first question is, how is Oswald different from other secret agents? Obviously because of his physical appearance and his accent. All right. And who's Fowler, and what is his first authentic thrill of the day? So Fowler is a writer by profession, and his first authentic thrill of the day was that someone was standing in Oswald's hotel room with a pistol in his hand. Second, how has Max got in? Through a passkey. And how does Oswald say he got in? So Oswald claimed that you got into my room through a balcony, which is just next to the room. All right. Then on page number 18, so it says, in this story, Oswald shows great presence of mind or the ability to think quickly. Okay, and act calmly and wisely in a situation of danger and surprise. Give examples of your own experience or narrate a story which shows someone's presence of mind. So, again, it's a real life example based question which you can, of course, answer on your own. And try and give examples even if you not come across a situation which was threatening or which was dangerous or which was problematic. At least build up a story which sounds a little real. And I come across a lot of students who at times what they do is that they would build up the same story. They would say that we were in our hotel room and someone came with pistol to rob us, and we told them that there's a balcony in the room. So I generally say, okay, that's also kind of presence of mind, to build up an answer like that. But still, refrain from it or make some changes in this kind of an answer, so that even the examiner feels that you have used some creativity in your answer, and the examiner feels that yes, this child has thought of something before writing the answer. Okay. Second is, discuss what would you do in situations described below. Remember that presence of mind comes out of a state of mental preparedness. If you've thought about possible problems or dangers and about how to act in such situations, you have a better chance of dealing with such situations if they do arise. So there's a small fire in the kitchen. So rather than shouting and howling and creating a ruckus all around, I think immediately your mind should be that you need to look for water, which would be of course there in the washroom at that point of time. Pull out a bucket of water and throw it on the fire. And of course, if it's the case, god forbid it's the case of cylinder or something, pick up a blanket and try to extinguish the fire ASAP. A child starts to choke on a piece of food. So we know the drill, when we have to press the child hard so that whatever is stuck in the child's throat, that comes out. An electric appliance starts to hiss and gives out sparks. So first of all, you need to ensure that you're wearing slippers, you're not in direct contact with the ground. And of course, take a wooden piece and try and remove it from the place where it is plugged, so that the spark doesn't turn into any fire. A bicycle knocks down a pedestrian. So rather than making a video with your phone, which is a very unfortunate situation in today's world, that people see an accident on the road, they want to make a video out of it. I think the immediate presence of mind says to ensure that the person who's been hurt is provided with first aid. Okay. It rains continuously for more than 24 hours. So what you need to ensure in that particular case is that your things which you generally keep outside the house are taken care of. And of course, if there are some stray animals, how even they can be helped. A member of your family does not return home at the usual or expected time. Of course, you try to contact that person. If you are unable to contact that person, contact people you think the person can be with. And the last resort is, of course, you go in for a police complaint. All right. So, these are some of my suggestions. You can of course have your own constructive suggestions. Now let us look at the some extra questions that are most likely to be asked from this particular chapter. Okay, the screen is visible, I believe. Alright, so first is, why did Ausable not fit into a description of a secret agent? I think a very obvious question we've just understood, because of the physical appearance and of course the accent that he was carrying. Why did Max enter Ausable's room? He entered Max's room because he wanted the papers concerning the missiles. Why did Max find the story of a balcony convincing? Here you need to explain the entire description that Ausable gave, that why this room used to be a large unit and then they separated it, and that how the balcony came into place. Why was there a repeated knocking at Ausable's door? Obviously because Ausable had asked for some drinks, and he had asked one of the waiters to get the drink for him. All right. Okay. Then let's have a look at the next question. Okay, this is, why was there a repeated, okay, we know that he had ordered. Why was Ausable confident that Max would never return? Because there wasn't any balcony, and in fact Max had fallen on the ground and probably would have been dead. Okay. All right, now let's come to some long answer type questions that you are most likely to get, the topics of long answer type questions. First is importance of presence of mind, as also given in your NCERT book. Never judge a book by its cover. जब हमने values understand करी थी, so we understood this concept, right? Of course, a real life experience. And pride before a fall. Pride before a fall befits Max. This is a very common question from this particular chapter. So pride before a fall, when someone thinks that they are they are like know-it-all types, and they are overconfident, and sometimes overconfidence puts you into big trouble. So that's exactly what happened with Max. And of course, how stories conquer our mind. So you might be wondering, ma'am, ये कैसा question हुआ? So Max was given a very convincing story by Ausable about a balcony. So how he built up that story, that this was a large unit, then they separated it. So sometimes when someone is narrating a story to us, though it is just an imaginary incident, but we tend to believe in it completely. In fact, we are completely lost in that particular story. Okay. Now I hope our pencils handy, so that we can start underlining the important extracts from the story. So we come to page number 14. Let us start underlining. So of course we need to underline the very first paragraph. Ausable did not fit any the description of a secret agent Fowler had ever imagined, till setting for a romantic adventure. All right, this of course is a very important part of the story. Okay. All right, next, the third paragraph. You are disappointed, Ausable said Weasley over his shoulder. You were told that I was a secret agent, till drugs in the wine. Okay, page number 15, the last paragraph. The report, he murmured. The report that is being brought to you tonight concerning some new missiles. I thought I would take it from you. It will be safer in my hands than in yours. So here, who are the two people involved in the conversation? And again, how did he manage to enter the room of the person he's talking to? All right, so basically, and this extract also gives us the reason why Max entered Ausable's room. All right, next, come to page number 16. The second paragraph, balcony, Max said with a rising inflection, and keep on underlining till it's not my balcony, Oswald said with extreme irritation. And till the last line of this particular paragraph, the management promised to block it off, but they haven't. Alright, so this of course extract tells us the entire story of the balcony that Oswald had framed. Okay. Then on page number 16, the third last extract, Max bit his lip nervously. The knocking was repeated. What will you do now, Max? Oswald asked. If I did not answer the door, they will enter anyway. The door is unblocked and they will not hesitate to shoot. This extract is important because it tells how Oswald was now continuously playing with Max's mind. Alright, page number 17, the first extract, keeping his body twisted so that his gun still covered the fat man and his guest, the man at the window grasped the frame with his free hand to support himself. Then he swung his other leg up and over the window sill. And last, but won't that man out of the balcony? Fowler began. No, said Oswald, he won't return. You see, my young friend, there is no balcony. Alright, so these are the important extracts from this particular story. I will see you in the next session wherein we are going to study another very interesting chapter and of course understand it and also solve the questions of it. Till then, do like, share and subscribe to Educator Prerna, and of course stay blessed and stay calm, stay composed, have that presence of mind. Thank you.